Today I am hand grinding this little beast. Right, so down at the workshop, today pretty much I think all day I am going to be talking about these things as usual. Spinners. Now, massive breakthrough on these. The reason for that is, as I mentioned in yesterday's video, I think, like I was trying to figure out finger positions and for spinning with your middle finger or your index finger or your other finger, which I think is your ring finger, and spinning at the top, at the side, flicking like that kind of thing. And I had this sort of complex shape, like contoured like this and that and that, and over the last sort of 24, 48 hours, there's just been massive, I've had massive breakthroughs in the simplification of the overall shape of this. I tried to explain it yesterday, I knew it wouldn't work, so what I'm going to try and do is not explain it again today. What I'm going to do is try and grind one of these prototypes down. I mean, look at this, I got another prototype, there's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There's like over 10 prototypes there, different shapes, sizes. I mean, they look similar. If you look at that, they look very similar, but there's little tweaks, little differences between them. So what I'm going to do is try and grind one of them down to to become roughly kind of like that, apart from the contours. You see those steps in it? I won't be aiming for those steps, just the overall shape. The reason I say I might be doing it is because I don't really have grinding equipment. I don't have a mill or anything like that, just to sort of cut faces off and machine faces off. So I'm just going to see if I can use sort of a, I've got a grinder, got a little grinder there, but I've also got this grinder here. So I'm going to see how that goes. Okay, so I did not expect that. I didn't realize on this machine here that I had this soft sandpaper, but I also had this really hard wheel here. I didn't even realize it was there. It's like a big hard grinding wheel. So I was actually able to do that. I say, it wasn't that quick. It was like still sort of 20 minutes or something, but if you take a look at that, hopefully this will focus for you. There we go. So you can see what I've done there. So I've really rounded it. And on the other side, if you look at this side, I put it on the Scotch-Brite and it gave it a nice sort of semi-shine, just a lot smoother, just a better finish. So you can see, so we started with that, and we've ended up with now it's lunchtime now, so I'm going to go get some sushi, and then I've got to take my son and his cousin to the beach, so I'm not going to get any more of this done here through the day at least, but my plan is to come back here in the evening and do it. So there's a chance I probably won't be able to show you the rest of this, sort of grinding the other side and hopefully seeing how that works today. That might be tomorrow, but you never know. Okie dokie, so I am back down at the workshop again. It is now early evening. I didn't think I was gonna get down here so early, so that's kind of cool. The video I did earlier, like the last time I filmed was like 6 or 7 hours ago, something like that, so I forgot even how far I got. I mean, it's only going to be 30 seconds in this video, but just to remind myself and to remind you, I got as far as this. I ground that, so that's been ground by hand on that machine there. So what I'm going to do now is, because obviously I've taken so much material away from this side, it's now really heavy on this side relative to it, so when you spin it, it's like really wobbly. So I'm gonna see about just grinding the other side and just sort of see where we are with that, see if it's sort of giving me another decent prototype to work with. Okay, so there we have it. Get better light here. Hopefully this will focus for you. There we go, look at that. Now, here's the thing. I know that that spinner is not going to function as well as it should because it's so smooth. I did it on this grinding wheel, and then I did it on that machine over there, which is a Scotch-Brite wheel, which gives it that nice, smooth, bright finish, and it's just going to be way too slippery. But I really just wanted to do it for sort of the size and the shape and the contours and the angles. I mean, that's getting close to what I'm after in covered in bits of metal. It's getting close to what I'm after in terms of sort of the overall shape, but for sure parts of it, or lots of it, is going to have to be grippy. You know, I'm going to have to do something in the CNC ultimately for gripping, for flicking with your finger. I mean, like I'd mentioned before in previous videos, some parts of it can be okay for sliding your finger across. For example, you see in this bit here, so you see this bit here, like that there is a good place to slide, you know, your middle index or ring finger across. You can slide your finger across it and it will spin. But other parts, you know, where you want to maybe on the end of it flick it with your index finger, you want that to have a bit of grip. And there's really no downsides to having grip, because it's not like, you know, you need to run your finger across it or anything. When it's spinning round, it's spinning round. So yeah, bit of a success. I didn't think it would, you know, come out as well as it did. You know, I've not really done any hand grinding before, so it's a bit of a bonus. Right, so I will call it a day at that. I am going to put a bearing in this later on and sort of muck around, play with it sort of tonight, in the morning, and probably through the night most likely. A bit of an obsession going on with spinners, as you may have noticed. I will leave you with a quote. I'll talk about this another day, but I'll leave you with a quote. It's by Charles R. Swindoll, and he said, "Life is 10% of what happens to me and 90% of how I react to it."